Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. So Libra, let's get started. Libra, before I even begin this reading, I need you to pause. I need you to put everything else aside for the next few minutes. Whatever is on your mind, whatever you were just doing, whatever conversation has been replaying in your head since this morning, set it down, just for now. Because what came through when I tuned into your energy for this reading stopped me completely. I had to sit with it for a moment before I could even begin to speak. Because Libra, what is moving in your love energy right now is not small. It is not a subtle shift or a gentle nudge from the universe. What I am feeling around you is something that many people wait their entire lives for, and the fact that you are here listening to this tells me that some part of you already senses it too. Something significant is approaching in your love life, and this reading is going to take you all the way through it. So take a breath, settle in, and allow yourself to receive what is coming because it is meant for you. Let me begin by acknowledging where you have been, because before we can talk about where your love story is going, we have to honor what you have already walked through to get here. Libra, you have not had it easy in love. And I do not mean that in a dramatic way. I mean it in the quiet, private way that only you truly understand. The way that does not always show on the surface. The way that you have mostly carried alone because you are so naturally gifted at appearing composed, at being the one who holds things together, at making it seem like you are okay even when something inside you is anything but. You have loved people who were not ready to love you back the way you deserved. You have stayed in situations longer than was good for you because you believed in the potential of something, because you are wired to see the best in people, because giving up on a connection feels fundamentally wrong to everything you are. You have had your heart handled carelessly by people who should have known better, and rather than closing yourself off entirely, you did something remarkable. You kept the capacity for love alive inside you. You protected it even when it was bruised, even when experience was telling you to lock it away and never let anyone near it again. That is not weakness, Libra. That is one of the most courageous things a human being can do. And the universe has been watching. The energy has been paying attention. And what is beginning to move towards you now is in many ways the answer to every moment of love you gave that was not properly returned. Every tear you cried alone. Every night you wondered if real, lasting, soul-level love was actually meant for you. It is meant for you. And the energy around this is unlike anything I have felt in a long time. Let me tell you what the cards and the energy are showing me. There is a person. And before I go further, I want to be clear this reading is intuitive and open. I am not here to make absolute guarantees about another person's choices or timeline. What I can do is describe the energy that is present, the connection that is forming or returning, and what it means for your journey. What you do with it is always, always your choice. But this person, the energy around them is unmistakable. They are someone who thinks about you deeply, more than they may have shown, more than you currently know. There is something about you that has stayed with them in a way they cannot fully explain, even to themselves. You have occupied a place in their inner world that no one else has quite managed to fill. And what I am sensing is that this person is arriving at a point of clarity, a point where the uncertainty and the hesitation and whatever has kept them from fully stepping forward is beginning to dissolve. Not because circumstances have forced them to, but because they are genuinely, authentically arriving at the truth of what they feel. And what they feel, Libra, is that they do not want to imagine their future without you in it. Now I want to speak about the nature of this connection, because it is not casual, it is not surface level. This is not someone who is interested in you lightly or for reasons that are temporary. The energy I feel between you and this person has a quality of recognition to it, like two people who were always supposed to find each other, like something that was written long before either of you consciously understood it. There is a depth here that goes beyond attraction, beyond compatibility, beyond even the normal language of love. This feels karmic. This feels like completion. And I know that word can sometimes feel too heavy or too mystical, but what I mean by it is simply this. There is a sense with this person that something is being returned to its right place. Like a chapter that was interrupted is finally being allowed to continue. Like something in you that has been waiting, quietly, patiently, persistently, is finally going to be met. Libra, does this resonate with something you have been feeling? Is there someone who has been present in your thoughts even when you have tried to redirect your focus elsewhere? Leave a comment. Tell me if this is landing for you, because I want to know how close this is to what you have been experiencing. Now let me go deeper into what I am seeing around the nature of this person's energy and what they are carrying as they move toward you. This is not someone who acts impulsively. This is not someone who makes declarations lightly or rushes into things without being sure. There is a thoughtfulness to them, a depth of consideration that in some ways mirrors your own. They process before they speak. They feel before they act. And because of that, when they do move, when they do finally say what they have been holding inside, it will carry the full weight of everything they mean. I feel that they have been preparing themselves not in a calculated way, but in the way that someone prepares when they know that what they are about to do matters. When they understand that what they are stepping into is not something to be taken lightly, because this person is not coming to you with something small. What I feel them carrying as they approach, and I want you to really hear this, is intention. Real, lasting, life-changing intention. The kind that does not arrive with uncertainty, the kind that does not leave room for ambiguity, the kind that when it is finally spoken out loud, you will understand in your bones that it is true. This person is thinking about forever with you. And I know that might feel almost too significant to take in. I know that after everything you have been through in love, a statement like that might trigger the protective part of you that has learned to be careful, that has learned to measure hope carefully, that has been hurt by getting too far ahead of reality before. But I want you to stay with it, because what I am feeling is not wishful energy. It is not the kind of reading that is projecting what would be nice. This is something that is genuinely present in the current that surrounds you. There is someone who is holding your name in their heart in a very specific way, in the way that people hold the name of the person they intend to build a life with. And now I want to speak about his name, because this is the part of the reading that I was guided toward very specifically, and I want to honor it in the way it deserves. When I asked the energy to show me something about this person, something that would feel like a confirmation to you, what came through was not an image or a feeling. It was a sound, a vibration, the beginning of a name. And what I received very clearly was the letter M. Now, this could manifest in several ways. It could be a first name that begins with M, Michael, Marcus, Matthew, Milan, Muhammad, Mason, Marco, Mateo. The energy is broad, but the letter is distinct. It could also be a middle name, or even a name that carries that sound within it. But the M energy is strong. And I want you to hold that in your awareness. Because when this person steps forward and the energy says that they will, there may be something about their name that confirms what you are hearing right now. And if that confirmation comes, Libra, I want you to remember this moment. I want you to remember that you were guided here, that you heard this, that you were prepared. Because sometimes the universe gives us previews not to make us passive, but to make us ready. Libra, has someone with this energy been present in your life? Someone whose name carries that vibration, or whose presence has felt like more than coincidence? Comment below. Tell me what is coming up for you. Your intuition in this moment is sharper than you know. Let me now speak about what this union, this connection that is forming or deepening is going to mean for your life. Because it is not just about romance. It is not just about having a partner. It is about what this love is going to unlock in you. You have spent so much time in love being the one who gives more, the one who understands more, the one who bends, who adapts, who makes room. And while that generosity is one of your greatest qualities, it has also meant that you have rarely experienced love as a truly equal exchange. What is coming for you is different. What is approaching is a dynamic where you are not the only one showing up fully, where you are not the only one making effort, making space, making sacrifices, where the love flows in both directions with a naturalness and a generosity that you have perhaps imagined but not yet fully lived. This person is going to show you what it feels like to be chosen, not chosen by default, not chosen because you made yourself so indispensable that leaving felt too hard, but chosen deliberately, consciously, joyfully, because to this person, you are the answer to a question they have been carrying for a long time. And in being chosen like that, something in you is going to heal that you did not even fully know was wounded. The part of you that internalized the idea that you had to earn love, that you had to be low maintenance enough, understanding enough, patient enough to deserve it, that part is going to be gently, lovingly dismantled by the reality of being with someone who simply wants you as you are. With all your depth and your complexity and your overthinking and your enormous, extraordinary heart, that is the gift that is moving toward you. And it is going to change you, not in a way that makes you someone different, but in a way that makes you more fully yourself, more grounded in your own worth, more at ease in your own skin, more trusting of love as something that exists to lift you, not test your endurance. Let me speak now about the timing and the journey, because I know Libra needs to understand not just the destination, but the path. What I am sensing is that this is not something that arrives without any movement on your part. The universe is not asking you to simply wait and receive. There is something being asked of you in this process, a kind of readiness that you are being called to step into. And that readiness is about openness, not the kind of openness that ignores discernment, not the kind that throws caution away entirely, but the kind that allows possibility to exist. The kind that does not immediately analyze a new connection into the ground before it has had a chance to breathe. The kind that trusts your feelings as valid information rather than constantly cross-examining them with logic. Because the love that is coming for you will require you to be present in it, fully present. Not half of you there and the other half managing expectations and preparing for disappointment. All of you. Open, present, willing to receive. And I feel that you are closer to that place than you have been in a long time. I feel that the work you have been doing, the quiet internal work of healing and understanding and slowly, steadily coming back to yourself has been preparing you for exactly this. You are almost ready. And by the time this love arrives fully, You will be. What part of this reading is touching something deep in you right now? What is resonating? What is stirring? I genuinely want to know. Leave a comment and share where you are in your heart right now, because this conversation is sacred and your words matter here. I also want to speak about what you might be feeling as this approaches, because I want you to be prepared not just for the joy of it, but for the vulnerability of it. When something real arrives, when love shows up in a form that is actually what you have been hoping for, the first response is not always pure happiness. Sometimes the first response is fear, a kind of disbelief. A part of you that says, this cannot be real, this is too good, something is going to go wrong, I should not let myself feel this. And that voice is not wisdom. That voice is old pain speaking in the language of protection. When that moment comes, and I believe it is coming, I want you to be gentle with that voice, acknowledge it, understand where it comes from, and then with love, choose not to let it make your decisions, because you deserve to let good things in. You deserve to receive what you have for so long been pouring out. You deserve to stand in the middle of genuine love and allow yourself to be there fully without one foot already out the door. That is the Libra who is emerging right now, the one who has done the inner work, the one who has chosen themselves enough times that they no longer need to shrink to feel safe, the one who is ready to be loved in the way they have always deserved. And Libra, this is why I feel so moved by your energy in this reading, because you have been through so much. You have held on through so much uncertainty, so much confusion, so many moments where giving up on love entirely would have been the easier choice, and you did not give up. You kept your heart open even when it cost you. You kept believing even when the evidence was not always in love's favor. That faithfulness to love, to connection, to the possibility of something real is about to be honored. The universe does not forget that kind of devotion. And what is moving toward you now is in many ways the return on every investment you made in love when love was not returning it equally. Your season is changing, Libra. Something that has felt stuck, uncertain, or out of reach is beginning to move. Something that has kept you up at night, wondering and hoping and trying to read the signs, is beginning to clarify. Something that you have held as a quiet dream in the most private part of your heart is beginning to take shape in the world around you. And the name you are going to hear, the face you are going to see more clearly, the hand that is going to reach for yours with real intention, it is closer than you think. Stay open, stay grounded, stay true to who you are, because it is exactly who you are that is calling this toward you. As we come to the close of this reading, I want to leave you with something that goes beyond love and romance, something that I believe is the foundation of everything that is coming for you. The most important relationship you will ever have is the one you are building with yourself. And everything I have described, the person, the intention, the love that is approaching it, is all a reflection of what you are becoming inside. As you trust yourself more, you will attract people who are trustworthy. As you honor your own worth, you will call in someone who honors it too. As you stop abandoning your own needs to keep the peace, you will create the conditions for a love where peace does not require any abandonment at all. That is the truth at the center of this reading, Libra. That is the message beneath the message. You are the source. You are the beginning. You are the point from which all of this radiates outward. And you are worthy of every single beautiful thing that is moving towards you right now. Take a slow breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the solidity of who you are, of who you have become, of who you are continuing to grow into. You do not need to chase this. You do not need to force it or figure it out or manage it into existence. You simply need to be ready. And you are. The love that is meant for you knows exactly where you are. And it is finding its way to you even now, even in this moment, even as you sit here and let these words settle into your heart. Trust the journey, Libra. Trust yourself. Trust that everything you have been through has been preparing you for everything that is coming. Because something extraordinary is on its way. And you, my dear Libra, are right on time to receive it.